Test mic. Wait. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oke, hello guys, welcome back with me Fedelish, your online friend. So ya, hari kita bakal balik main ini ya, apa namanya, Ghostpia, yang dimana visual novel yang ceritanya bagus banget sih menurut lo. Dan untuk visualnya cukup unik, jadi kayak kartun atau webtoon atau komik lah yang aku suka. Kayak kalau nggak salah kita udah 2 episode ya, dan dia ada 5 episode gitu. Yep. Sekarang kita masuk episode 3. The day we found a workplace to work at. Resume. Konnichiwa amigos, anjir, pakai amigos deh. I'm pretty sure those are the first words she spoke upon running into my room. By she, I mean Yoru, and by I mean me. For a long time, so long that nobody even knows how long. This town has had exactly 1024 ghosts, and now we have a newcomer, Yoru, who's wandering about my room and looking at things curiously. That's a pretty neat artwork. She keeps saying things like that. She seemed interested in just about everything. Was that thing always here? And is it even an artwork in the first place? Well, whatever. My ghost memory's never been reliable anyway. If I'm ghost, now does that mean I was once alive? Ghosts were alive at one point, right? I mean, that's what being dead implies, doesn't it? Are we born as ghosts, stuck here forever? But for what purpose? I wake up to the sound of chaotic snoring that sounds like a tank engine after someone tosses a sugar cube into the gas tank. Actually, I don't think I slept enough to say I woke up. You can't wake up if you were never asleep. In the same way, you can't become a ghost if you don't die. Yes. Hantu horror on the stream. It's been like this the whole time, even though it's almost morning. As a result, I'm tired all the time lately. Just a little bit earlier, I could sleep as much as I wanted whenever I got sleepy. So this change is taking a toll. Hello Lord Takoyaki, welcome to the stream, Erlan. Yuri isn't a bad person. Udah balik Lan? Or a ghost? In my opinion, he probably treats me with warm love or something like that. Jadi kapan giveaway VG? Waduh, giveaway VG beli sendiri belum anjir. But it's a little suffocating for me. It's a little lonely to be completely isolated. Sometimes I want to see friends, but I feel more relaxed when I'm frozen in the cold, dark void. That's just my nature. This current situation is clearly uncomfortable for me, but I don't think I can get Yoru to understand my plight. It's way too warm in my bed right now. There's a girl sleeping next to me, taking in such deep breath. My chest is in pain. But why? Let's try going to sleep again. I close my eyes. I think back to when we fled town and that 32nd birthday party and the present. Jadi donaturnya apa? Next donatur mending apa Lan? Menurutmu Lan? The problem is what happened afterward. When we woke up at the garbage dump, this is what Yoru said. So, where do I stay? My place is no good. It's dirty, small, and cold. You shall stay in a more homey home, like Pacey's. That won't work. My home doubles as my workplace. Raja lompat eh. You've got empty rooms though, don't you? Just because they are empty doesn't mean I don't need them. Anjir, dik-dik. You piece of shit. Ah, damn it. Ah, stop. Pacifisa stomped on Anya's face. Yuri looks on curiously for a while before she turns around to look at me. Looks like I'm in a pickle, huh? She says just that. Her eyes pierce right through me. That's when I say something all too naturally, almost by reflex, and as if I had prepared a script beforehand. Why don't you stay at my place? Temporarily, I mean. Oh ya, nama MC kita Sayoko ya. Why did I say something like that? Even Anya and Pacifisa both seem surprised by my proactive suggestion. I don't even know what I meant when I say temporarily, I mean. Anya, Pacifisa, and I are probably all thinking the same thing. What does temporarily even mean? I can look it up in the dictionary because there isn't one in this room. Besides, I finally gotten sleepy. Temporarily means for a limited time. Iya ya, di sini kan mungkin kalian bingung kan kenapa mereka bingung temporarily artinya apa? Karena di sini nggak ada waktu kan. Jadi kayak mereka, kapan kita pakai kata itu gitu? So in other words, once that time comes to pass, everything goes back to how it was. Bocah saya kok tidak pernah buka KBBI Inggris. But how do I get that time to pass? I don't know. I'll discuss this with the others. Raja lompat ya? Ntar deh. Lihat nanti. Soalnya votingnya beda semua, cuma masa Dewa votingnya ML anjir lan. Mentang-mentang kemarin stream ML. I mirrored that before I finally managed to start falling asleep. Not a very deep sleep, but it's still something you could call sleep. Sorry. But right before I fall asleep, I feel like I see and hear something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what dreams are like, right? Wait, it's opening. Dun, 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 dun. Tuh visualnya enak sih, aku sih suka sih visualnya ini. Ghostpia Season One. I kind of figure that's too bad. In a corner of the plaza at the center of town, Anya kicks some snow on this side of the street, sending sliver of ice scattering as she says that. I called girl here, seeking advice. It's just Anya now, but Pacifisa should be here eventually too. Yeah, so what do you think I should do? I blankly watch as Anya plays with the snow. As I ask for her opinion, she looks up and answers. I figure that would be the case, but personally, I don't know. What do you think, Teach? Teach? Hey, hold it right there. Whoa, you spooked me. Forget Sayoko. I was trying to be sneaky, and why are you calling me Teach though? Buset, mukanya galak bener. Nothing wrong with calling the Teach, right Sayoko? Teach. Hello Ghostpia, yeah, Bubu, welcome to the stream. So what do you need to discuss? Is that it? No. Wait. Let's take this somewhere warmer. Good idea. How about over there, huh? Kenapa ini misalnya mau dibawa ke tempat yang warmer? Kemarin live chatku nggak keload Bu pas kamu ngetik terus tiba-tiba kamu nggak jelas sendiri bilang katanya asik dengan game. Sejak kapan aku tidak pernah baca live chat? PC beneran sudah bulat rencana ambil. Rencananya sih gitu Rene. By the way, welcome to the stream ya Rene. Save us the trouble of walking since it's closed. After a short delay, I follow their gazes to find some sort of establishment, a cafe I guess. Oh. Biar nggak ada bocah-bocah kayak Senpapi yang bilang pelit CPU usage sama VRAM usage. A cafe. When I mull over the word in my head, I suddenly feel my stomach sink. On the other side of the lit window, on the shadow of ghosts. Is that redundant? Make a commotion, signaling to me just how busy it is inside the cafe we are about to visit. A daft sentence. Don't worry, it's mostly just people like us inside. People who aren't all too interested in their surrounding. It's also cheap, and they don't complain if you stay too long. Karena emang dasarnya pelit loh, pelit pala kau. You get what you pay for with the coffee though. A cheap flavor you just can't get at home. Sifisa urged me on saying let's go. Well, sure, it will be rude to call someone for help, only to make them stand and talk out in the cold. We can't talk in my room since yours is probably still in there. It will be shameless to ask to talk in Pacifica's house. Plus, I do think it's an experience I should give a chance to. So I can't find a valid reason to refuse. Okay? The sound of chatter and the cafe's background music get closer and closer. Though in reality, I'm the one getting closer to the sound. Calm down, it's just a cafe. You've been in restaurant and shop and stuff before, right? Same things. So Sivisa and Anya rush into the noisy establishment. Buset, rame sekali. Rame sekali. Emang besok PC apaan, Cok? Kenapa jadi besok? Kenapa jadi besok? Itu mah Lord kali, Lord yang build PC besok gak sih? Kapan sih Lord? Nggak tahu dah. Dia minta tolong aku rakitin. Paling aku sekalian jelasin ke Lord. The moment I pass the threshold, the chattering stop and the ghosts all fall silent. Let's leave. I tug on Pacifica's coat and manage to let out that whimper. I can't do it after all. Pacifica and Anya may be fine citizens. Kurang satu yang belum nyampe. Apa tuh? Bang, gak ambil RX. Nah, kalau ambil merah, aku kan pernah bilang mau buat ini kan, Lord. Pernah bilang ini kan, Lan. Mau belajar edit kayak si ini. Katanya render perbedaannya sangat jomplang. Dan emang terbukti jomplang sih. Prosesor Gimang. Malah yang paling penting ya prosesor. Pacifica and Anya may be fine citizens, but I'm a burglar who raided the church. If they are seen here with me, it could cause them trouble. Oh, why? Sorry, could you move that chair for me? Thanks. Oh yes, that's good. Thank you. Render video sih sama aja, tapi yang jomplang kalau udah ngomongin 3D render. Ray tracing render. Ray tracing gak bakal aku pakai sih. 3D render ya. 3D render game dipakai sih. Jadi kapan habis sih? Lihat bulan depan. Kalau nggak jadi bulan depan ya delay lagi sebulan lagi. Pokoknya paling telat delay 2 bulan. Pacifica push her way through the crowd of ghosts. Anya follows behind. I follow too reluctantly. We head all the way to the only empty table, a round table deep in the back by the bathroom. We sit down. 3 normal coffees, please. Emang ada nggak normal coffee? Take loan ngapain? Coming right up. At the sound of Pacifica's voice, the chatter resumed. The difference is shocking, but it also relaxed me a little. I'm sure everyone lost interest in us. I suppose we are not that interesting after all. I still call that my guard down though. Jadi kamu udah benerin BCA kamu, Bubuk. Sorry for the wait. Here it comes. Anjay. Wah, nggak ngerti sih render kalau review full gaming doang RX 6700 emang. Kopi kalau gulanya diganti pasir nggak normal tuh. Iya. Iya kalau yang full gaming ini silan ambil merah lan. Oh well, if it isn't Anya from repair workshop, it's been 9,999 years. Hasn't it, my lad? Hahaha, I'll murder you. Long time no see. Mr. Patel? How's business? I've been working from home a lot lately, but haven't been able to patronize your establishment. Bro, ini mencet apa jadinya? Z. Fine. Masih keblokir. Aku dono maybe stick dana. Hah? Maksudnya? Oh, kamu mau donate pas donaton? Tumben. It's fine. It's what I would like to say, but profit margin are thin with this coffee. Can I interest you in some shit lah? Kemarin kamu donate? Berarti pakai dana ya? That sounds good. Get something we can all share. I appreciate it, but last but not least, it's been a while since I've last seen you two, miss. I guess these two must be regular here. Oh my god, e-bank terblokir. Iya, dia e-bank terblokir. Donate bukan donaton. Oh. Itu tadi. But was I a regular too at one point? Gue saranin sih diurus cepatnya Bang Vigo. Bacot lan. Dia berapa tahun anjing? Kan kira cukup repot ngurusnya. Dia bukan lupa pin, dia salah input pin. Emang kenapa lu nggak usah dengerin dia? Lu nggak usah dengerin dia sesat, cok. Mana ada orang bocah lupa pin, terus lupa pin yang di kartu juga. Lupa pin kartu. Terus salah pin yang di M-Banking, keblokir yang di M-Banking. Yeah. For now, I bow my head. I guess that was satisfactory for him since he turns around and skillfully weave his... Lah, kan hanya sekedar PSA. His way through the crowd of ghosts. Okay, I suppose we settled in. So what did you want to talk about? Jadi nanti kamu mau donate gitu, Bubuk, pas donaton. Oh my god. Makasih banget, Bubuk. Oh, shall I get you up to speed? No, it's fine. I want to hear from Sayoko directly. Gua keblok gara-gara salah input pin bayar saweria. Lah, masa bayar saweria aja salahin gua? Kan ente yang input. Terus padahal cuman media share, ngapain buru-buru inputnya? Salah siapa? Pasifisa gracefully sips her coffee in a dignified manner. She then signaled with her eyes for me to talk. He does kind of act like a teacher. And the smell of cheap coffee does make you think of a teacher's lounge. Kamu megang banyak cash gara-gara jadi saksi partai. Emang iya, Bubuk? Oh my god, berarti nanti aku bakal didonate banyak dong. Oh my god. Really makes me think about where I came from. I'm sure if I were alone, I would be thinking about it all the way until morning. But right now, there is more pressing matters. Oh, saya mengerti Bang Vigo, aku juga begitu karena ikut event Bang Fed. Kalau itu mah lu wajar, lu panik anjir, lu ketinggalan kereta aja. You just don't fight with her. Kenapa tiba-tiba gini deh? Sayoko, eventually you'll stop coming home and your family will collapse. Hah? Family? Mungkin ada family. Berarti bankmu kena blok gara-gara Fedelish, tahi. Enggak ya, itu dia emang gak mau ikut D2. Itu salah dia sendiri anjir. Itu salah lu ya Lan ya, lu mandi ya. Pokoknya udah salah hidup, salahin Fedelish. Iya bisa dibilang gitu Bang Vigo, pantai. Sayoko, eventually you'll stop coming home and your family will collapse. Your children will stray off the righteous path. First, they'll get addicted to drugs, and next thing you know, they're robbing trains, huh? Kita punya anak. This isn't a joke, okay? You're taking this seriously. I think they're just joking around to relieve some of the tension. Bang, aku butuh tumbal biar nggak sedih-sedih banget, waduh. Berarti lo lagi rencana build PC lan, dilihat-lihat nih. So you two are living together, huh? That would kill me. I agree. I'll say you seem more relaxed when you're by yourself. Are only just non-wolf, or is it just you? How could she know? Stupid ninjas even keep their personalities secret. That's what makes them cool, you know? You make a fine point. Anya from the repair workshop, my lad. Sorry. Right. Why don't we take turns housing you in our homes? You see, that might... No, that won't work. If it were me, it would make me feel like I was being rented out on an installment plan. Masang apa kita? An installment plan? You've got a point. It would be like telling someone their reliability. Bikinin aku PC, iya, aku aja belum jajan. Anya nods in agreement. I suppose she's got a point. I feel a little ashamed of myself. It's like in the back of my head. I'm hoping someone will take Euro off my hand. I will hate it if I were the one being treated like someone else oversized trash. Installment plan depo ada. Let's break down the problem. Lelanya, here, take some notes. Anjir, Lelanya ini pasti rapper nih. Hi, Mom. Pacifisa takes a memo pad out of her pocket. You have a pen? Yep. Anya pulls out a pen, seemingly out of thin air. But stop calling me Lil Anya, yo. So first thing first, living together isn't working out for Sayoko. Okay, Sayoko loves living alone. And Yuru doesn't have a place to call her own. Let's say, Yuru has no home. These two issues are intertwined. Aku butuh mouse baru. Adakah saran mouse wireless yang oke? Mouse wireless? Brand Pantek kan bagus itu mouse-nya. Konteks kemarin aku lihatnya yang wireless ini Aria ya? Aria XD7 ya? Katanya bagus. Banyak yang rekomendasi suruh aku beli Viper Mini. Apakah itu juga bagus? Ini apa Viper Mini? Budgetmu berapa? Tapi Viper Mini kan nggak wireless. Viper Mini kan wired. Bukan Viper Mini. Apa tuh? Ambil aja brand Fantek. Lumayan. Oh, kelihatan ya kita udah sampai mana ya progresnya? Masih panjang. Terus apa? These two issues are intertwined, but they are actually separate matters. Bentar lupa aku masukin ke keranjang lagi aren't they? But if you solve one of them, the other will naturally disappear. Kalau aku nggak nyari yang wireless soal. Oh, I can't help but let out a voice of awe at the brilliance of her logic. I'm pretty sure I'm no good at this sort of logical thinking at all. It would be nice if we could find an immediate solution, but that sounds hard. Let's approach the problem by tackling both issues at the same time. You've got no choice but to find a home for your. I'll look around and see if there's any good places. Thank you. I'm always relying on your help. Nah, Orochi V2. Oh, pernah denger tuh Orochi V2. Orochi V2 ya? Pernah denger, bagus sih. Tapi mending ngambil ini aja, Bu. Ambil Fantek. Kamu lihat deh. Fantek yang Aria XD7. Good kah? Yang Fantek Aria XD7 good sih. Banyak yang make. You mean Sayoko love living alone? It's hard to deal with problems. Secara look aku suka sih, guys. Concerning someone personal value, isn't it? That's not necessarily true. Say, Mr. Patel, what are you like when you're done with work? Pakai brand Pante, karena kan kamu Pante. Well, when I'm done with work, I can stop making this dreamy customer service without an issue. You see, once I get home, I sleep, nothing else. I don't even say a word. The hell, kenapa tiba begini? Wife say, oh my. Yeah, some jerks tell me to get a hobby, but when you are up for long hours thinking about things, you start to feel really crummy. I crawl inside my inner self. I converse with my inner self. Jadi apakah Orochi atau XD7? Aku XD7 karena Razer itu noob. Gak tau, pakai Razer scrollku langsung bermasalah. Thanks for your thought. That's quite enough, actually. No, please, let me continue. When I close my eyes, there's a big pitch black wall. I hear a voice calling from me, searching for me, but criticizing me. So I don't answer. No, I can't answer. As I said earlier, I don't even say a word. Hey, where's he going with this? I bear with it as I pray that I don't go mad. Keep praying until the sweet repose of sleep finally claims me. No, apakah Razerku juga akan masalah scroll nanti? Kamu pakai Razer apa, Lan? Beats me. Before work today, I sat in my car. Padahal game yang kumainin kan gak pakai scroll, anjir. Malah yang bermasalah scroll, the fuck? I sat in my car and cried at the wheel for just 3 minutes. You girls should give it a try. Oh, and I would really appreciate it if you will realize that if I'm late opening up on any given day, that's what I'm doing. Masalahnya cepet banget, Lan. Baru 4 bulan ya atau 3 bulan scrollnya udah rada-rada. Hitungan bulan dah. Kayaknya 2 sampai 3 bulan gitu. Tiba-tiba udah scrollnya rada-rada. Please do. Anyway, here's an assortment of cookies for you. Enjoy yourself. Tiba-tiba vibes-nya berubah tadi. Mukanya kayak jin gitu anjir. A little while after Mr. Paddle leave, it takes us a few moments of silence until we can ignore what just happened and move on. It needs medical help, preferably from someone patient and courteous. Oh my god, bapak-bapak yang suka dibilangin emak. That enjoy yourself almost sounded like a challenge. What were we talking about again? Work. We were talking about crying on the toilet to feel better, weren't we? Yang mak selalu bilang, Dek, jangan terima cookies dari orang yang gak dikenal. Kau mau cookies, Lan? No, look, Sayoko. He might be a bit of special case, but typically most jobs aren't that bad. In fact, there's nothing better than to find a job that's perfectly for you. Huh, you think so? When you come home after work a little tired, it changes your mood, and by earning money, you're likely to open up more opportunities. But can I just casually start working after all that chaos I caused? Nobody will try to kill me or anything. You just gotta kill themselves. Kill them first. Good point. Agonizingly, I'm thinking pretty positively. Mr. Patel's despair, if that's the right word for it, has somehow given me a certain sort of courage. Not the same sort of courage I got when Pacifisa and Anya are with me, but it's still courage nonetheless. Yeah, I think I will give it a shot. Cause these don't have a job search office or anything like that. Aku mau cookies. Cuman kalau disulap jadi 7.500 F boleh bang, waduh. Kau cari 7.500. 7.500 F apaanan? Not that I know of, at least. But I guess that's more of Mrs. Pacifica's specialty here. Ryzen 7.500 F. Oh. Dah, lu mau langsung tapi lu baru build ya. Langsung AM5 dong. RAM-nya. Masih mahal AM5. What kind of work does Pacifica do anyway? It's kind of obvious that Anya does, but Pacifica's job is an enigma. Emang 7.500 F ya, pakai F ya? F itu bukannya buat si Intel ya? But what does she actually do? Sure, that sort of work is indeed one of my specialties. So that should help. Okay, let's give it our best, Sayoko. Okay. I shall ask her now. Kadang hidup itu harus go out with a letupan bang. Oh. Tapi F itu emang bukannya buat Intel ya? Aku lupa. It's better than them finding out later that I don't even know something as basic as that. Let me help too. Whoa, you spooked me. Hey, where would you come from? I was hiding in the filthy sludge in your coffee cup. Ha ha ha, what the fuck? Ah, she's good. Ha ha ha. The fuck? Are you people okay? Perfectly okay. All I'm saying is that while I'm rooming with Sayoko, I'm just a freeloader with nothing to do. How much did you hear? She's probably just got here. Sayoko? I get what Anya's trying to say. Ntar cewek bubub antara dua mouse itu, tunggu aja, mulai kesel lagi sama double click mouseku sekarang. Oke bubub, selamat menikmati mouse barumu, tapi saranku sih mending Fantech. The reason for me getting a job will be to regain some personal space from your, so it will defeat the point if you work with me, wouldn't it? That's the point Anya's trying to make. Yeah, you could do something too. I hope we can both find a good place to work. Well, I only say that for my own sake. Double click kalau bisa, bukannya bisa dibenerin Bang Vigo. Iya, bener. Penyepong Fantech loh. Enggak cocok sama kamu, soalnya kamu Fantech. Kalau masih sayang sama mouse-nya, betul sih. Buka lagi bisa. I can't just get in the way of that. In fact, I think I should be supportive of her. You sure? I'm sure. Whatever could you mean? I'm not that cruel, okay? Yeah, I think I was kind of cruel back at the church earlier, but you know what I mean. I get the feeling you will be quite good at handling interviews, way better than me. Anyway, I feel some sort of coarseness, coarseness apa tadi? Gak pernah dengar. Coarseness. Kekasaran, oh my god. Ya katanya ganti switch bisa bagus lagi, betul. Tapi buat apa sayang kalau bisa dapat yang baru yang lebih bagus? Oh my god, jadi kamu gitu bubuk. Berarti yang lama kamu tinggal karena bisa dapat yang lebih bagus. No, mantannya Vigo, kamu ternyata digituin. I got the feeling you will be quite good at handling interview, way better than me. Anyway, I feel some sort of hoarseness in my chest. Oh. Very well, a job for one and a job for two aren't that much different. I'll set you up before the day is done. So it will be like a piece of coffee cake for you then, I suppose. Hey, is she like that at home too? Yeah, I feel for you. Yours says something completely unrelated to the topic at hand, taking Pacifica and Anya back. But they tried to keep a conversation going. I find myself at my wit's end. It's not like I'm feeling left out or anything. It's just that this sort of banter takes me back. As my consciousness starts to drift and look outside the window, there's a good view of the plaza, including the towering missile in the middle of it. Maybe it's like a giant gravestones. The name of 1,024 ghosts are attached upon that missile. The husk of a weapon of mass destruction that failed to carry out its mission. From where I'm seated, I can't see the part that has my name on it. Take me rumah. Okay, I know you. You're the ninja girl. We even live in the same apartment complex. Pacifica said she will set us up before the day is done. I thought she meant she would get in touch with some contacts or something, but she even set us up a same day interview. She's truly amazing. Anjir langsung di interview itu juga. Is that so? Our prospective place of work is a cosplay shop on the outskirts of town. Anjir, cosplay. We're in the back room of that shop right now. The employee interviewing us is a girl with a somehow husky voice. She seemed kind of punkish, so I was really nervous at first. But she has a very gentle, somewhat familiar way of talking, which is kind of relaxing. Damn bro, apakah aku harus berguru ke Sayoko saat Locker? Yeah, I haven't seen you around lately though. You've been staying away from home or something? Anyway, you on the other hand, I don't know your name. My name is Yoru. I got it as a birthday present. I see, a present. Good for you. My name's Lauren. Call me Lo. Dipanggilnya Lo. Namanya Lauren. O-nya dari mana? Yep. It sure is good. Thanks, Lo. Lauren, or rather Lo, gets up from her seat. Now then, let's see. First, I'll explain to you two how we bring in newly arrived stock and dispose of unsold stock. Yes, ma'am. Yoru follows Lo's lead and gets up. I get up as well, and then a bell rings. Now that I think about it, that must mean the store door opened. It made the same sound when we came in after all. Oh, looks like we've got a customer for once. Yoru, go greet them or something. Hi, ma'am. Tulis kenapa tuh bubuk? Lo beckons me deeper into the shop. You sure about this? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's much more fun to teach new recruit than it is to deal with the customer. Lo peers into my brown eyes with her fair eyes. I can feel my heart throbbing for various reasons. Wouldn't you agree? Her slightly husky voice really matches her fashion sense. I think it's fitting and beautiful. I wonder how I can become more like her. I agree. I totally agree. Lu tidak pernah dengar pepatah pelanggan is selalu right? Oh gitu. Gitu Lan. Pelanggan is selalu right ya. In any case, there's no way I could disagree with her. So let's see. First of all, that box over there. Rencana beli VG yang baru atau bekas? Kalau bisa yang baru, kalau enggak ya udah yang bekas. Tapi sebenarnya pengennya bekas yang masih bagus gitu. Karena yang baru agak kurang worth it. Okay, emang kenapa bubuk? And that box over there is unsold stock of the dispose of. You with me so far? Oh, question. Go ahead, ask away. They're both empty, aren't they? Kalau bekas benar-benar harus cek bang, betul. Yeah, I guess we rarely do receive new stock or dispose of unsold stock. Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, when was the last time we had either of those things? Maybe 9,999 years ago. Yes? Sorry, can I ask another question? Are you sure this shop needs more worker? I can hear low gasps in realization. She closes her eyes, take a deep breath, and speak slowly. Yeah, honestly, you're right. Business is so slow here. I've got plenty of downtime just working by myself. Then what do we do for work? Oh, sorry. Well, the manager seemed kind of frantic. Sorry, never mind that. I guess you can, like, clean and stuff? Kalau ngerti banget fisiknya gas bekas bubuk. Ya, gimana sih gitu. Emang kamu Bang Isel PC-nya masih kurang? Dia laptop, Cok. Things get kind of awkward after that. So we both fall quiet. I think Lo's trying to come up with some sort of word the two of us can do. But the fact that she's not saying anything probably means she can't think of anything. I wonder how that customer is doing. Alright, sorry. I don't know what to say. I just not faggle. Thank you. Nggak buat enggak itu mah bermasalah gara-gara lo bongkar sendiri sih. Terus nggak tahu kenapa lo apain jadinya bermasalah. Right as Lo and I get back to the storefront, you lets out a cheer loud enough to drown out even the store's loud background music. What? You actually sold something? No way, it's been ages since our last sale. I'm surprised, of course, but Lo is even more surprised. Is this store really that unpopular? Enggak, itu laptopnya bukan karena gua. Halah, perbaiki atuh. Sayang diperbaiki mah budgetnya. What did you sell? What did you sell? It must have been that frilly thing, right? No, it was the automatic rifle and the bulletproof vest. I said, you look marvelous with them, and the customer bought them. I see. I guess it's finally time we got some new stock. So does it seem like it will be tough working here? She actually said she realized that she's fully staffed already. I feel a little uncomfortable as I say that. I'm sure Yuri is quite employable as a customer service worker. I see. That's too bad. See you again sometime. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Feel free to drop by my room sometime, you too. But it looks like neither Euro nor Low seems in mind. I guess it's all okay in the end. Be sure to turn the heater on. Yeah, I'll put it on full blast. Will I say something? And play some good music too. Kalau sebenarnya coba spek rata, mau coba spek rata kanan, nggak usah spek rata kanan lah. Aku juga kalau nanti udah 30-60 mainnya settingannya nggak usah yang ditinggi-tinggi amat, yang penting ini kita lancar stream kita. I just don't want to say something and have it turn out weird. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to avoid Euro or anything. Though on second thought, I kind of am, but not in a bad way. Do I have the capability to convey such an nuance thought? Dan tekanan lah, aku bocil grafik. Aku sih enggak sih. Yang penting playable. I can play a little piano, so I'll practice. I would like to hear some stories from you too. I don't know, Lo herself was considering hiring Yoru for a customer service job, but it seems that she won't explain why she doesn't because of how obvious the reason is. Betul, aku lihat Unreal Engine 5 rata kanan baru aku puas, waduh. Then again, they're both so kind. Ya lu kalau gitu beli merah aja Lan. Dia lebih benar-benar buat ngejar ini Lan, gaming. No matter how obvious it's supposed to be. So should I ask? No, maybe not. Okay, let's make it a night to remember. Bye. 3060 yang langsung di overclock fat itu bagus banget nanti, power to the moon. Thank you for your time. I conclude that these two have way better judgment than I do. So it doesn't make a difference whether I say anything or not. Just making excuses, huh? Power to the moon, panas dia sampai inti bumi. I didn't mean to say those words out loud, but Yoru picks them up anyway. About what? I just felt like I've wronged you in some ways, Ayoko, but I'm kinda sad since I don't know what it is. He's being just a bit too conscious. Yes. You didn't do anything wrong, Yoru. It's getting late. There's nobody else on the street but us. I'll do my best. Our conversation isn't quite lining up, and neither are our footsteps. That doesn't stop even as we approach the plaza. I'm walking ahead of Yoru, but my slow pace slowed down even more, and Yoru overtakes me. I stop in place. I look at a certain something. What's wrong? I step up the pace and catch up to Yoru. Nothing. The things I was looking at, the missile is missing Yoru's name. I'm a little bit jealous, but I feel like something's off about it. We keep walking back on the way home. And as we talk, I think to myself, oh my god, ada ICBM. Apakah Ghostpia Impact reference? ICBM apa lagi Lan? Gak tahu dalam itu apa Lan. Maybe I can just give the place to her. That's an option. You there, Sayoko? You will speak up without turning around. I'm here. You can hear my footsteps, can't you? Please stay with me, okay? And yeah, stay with me. Intercontinental ballistic missile bang. Bertahu. My chest is in pain, but the air I breathe in is so clean. I feel both painful and clean. All in all, I feel satisfied. If only I could go to sleep and just die right now. Dulu ada di mapel IPA kelas 4, masa nggak tahu bang? Cok, IPA-mu pakai bahasa Inggris ya? But that's impossible. I can't die if I'm not even alive. I'll try. There is no real meaning to this conversation. There's no real meaning to us either, I'm sure. This meaningless ghost walking around a ghost town near the break of dawn. We're almost home. Jadi amogus gini. Nice, it's look great on you. You are meant for this job. What the fuck? Minum. Despite what Pacifica's saying, it's obvious that this outfit would look the same on anyone, no matter who is wearing it. She said she will look for a job that's always short-staffed this time, and this is the result. Omogi drip. Salvaging, searching the garbage heap for a usable object. Yuri and I are dressed in baggy yellow protective suit as we board the salvage truck. I silently curse this protective suit for being so hard to move in. Anjir. Ini anjir jadi apa namanya? Little company anjir. The three, ya Fed sekarang lagi minum pertalit. Iya bubuk. The three other salvagers are all somewhat buff men. They're wearing their spare suit, which is why they don't fit. They keep bowing to Pacifica. Oh my god, apakah ini little perusahaan referensi? Pacifica really is amazing at what she does. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but she does it well. We are sectioned off in the back of the truck, with the men all sitting in the front of a bench. Nobody say a word. I can more or less see the backs of the men's heads through the window, but they're not even moving a muscle. They seem quite polite with the influential Pacifica, but I get the feeling they'll be strict with newcomers like us. Suddenly, Yuri speaks up. Excuse me, can I ask a question? What? If you want us to explain, we can do it when we are there. Where does this bus go? Where does this bus go, you say? Things get awkward real quick. It's the awkward calm before a storm. You see, she's... Bang Figo, baka aku boleh minta pertalit? Boleh nih tuh. That's so funny. Did you hear what she said? I heard. Where does this bus go? That's hilarious. Good one. Hey. Well, pleasure to work with you today. Yeah, no problem. We'll make splendid scrapper out of you. You mean super scavengers, right? Our official title is officially licensed garbage collector. Ah, that's boring. Okie dokie, artichoke will be some real scrappy scrapper. You sure are a hoot. I can do nothing but watch as the scene unfolds in front of me. Actually, I'm not even sure if I can do that. She's just too dazzling. She's amazing, simply amazing. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's clear that they're all enjoying themselves. Emang boleh seperti itu? Boleh dong, Kevin. Jadi apakah kamu sudah mendapat angpau, Kevin? After some banter, we arrive at a place that's quite memorable to me in a certain sense. The truck parks by the fence surrounding the giant garbage dump on the outskirts of town. Welcome to the stream, ya, Kevin. Baskets. I blink a few times before I realize what the man means. He's referring to the basket made of aluminum or some other metal that were loaded into the back of the truck with us. Oh my god, Bang Vigo, makasih akhirnya aku bisa gaspol tanpa korbanin jatah makan. Oh my god. Oke, basi pertanyaannya. Oh basi, maaf. Nggak usah dimakan, dibuang. Udah basi. Yura and I take the basket as we hop out of the back of the truck. I'm already starting to get tired of the baggy suits, lack of mobility. If we end up sticking with this job, I hope the first thing we do is get properly fitting suits. As I think that to myself, I tumble and let out a weird yell. Are you okay, ninja girl? I'm okay. Thanks to that little tumble, I snapped back to my sense. Jadi gitu bang, kalau basi dibuang aja. Iyalah, masa dimakan. Do you need these suits? It's hard to move in them. Yeah, but gaspol aja tanpa korbanin jatah makan, kan sekarang udah ada makan siang gratis. Oh my god. These are to protect against weird chemical of radiation or something, right? But none of that really matters since I'm a ghost after all. It still hurt, you know? And it's still kind of sucks to die. Even if you know you'll come back to life, doesn't it? Come back to life. I'm not sure that's the right phrase. We're not live to begin with. I mean, we're ghosts. So it's weird to say we'll come back to life. Well, you've got a point, but this suit is too baggy to move around in, so it will be hard to do work in it. So do I have to wear it? I mean, I've been here in normal clothes before and nothing's happened to me. I'm sure they're just being overly cautious. Kamu dapat berapa angpau bang? Lupa ngaku hitung. In that case, I'll take mine off too. Whoa. This is what it means to be a man. Whoa. Well, miss, if you insist, then that's perfectly fine. Do the work you want the way you wanna. That's just how life is. I guess we can agree there. In other words, when life deals you card, you gotta. Sorry, just be careful. Yes, sir. Work is just about what I expected. With basket and tongs in hand, we fish around the garbage for anything that seems useful. Garbage is piled up haphazardly, but nothing feels dirty. Nothing's rotten. Kelihatan banyak, pinjam dulu 100. Banyak apaan? Nothing's rotten. And there's not much of a smell. Dan Bang Vigo, nanti aku dikira dismiss dan aku turun level di mata masyarakat loh. Emang kamu peduli turun level di mata masyarakat? I'm starting to think that maybe this town doesn't even have the bacteria and stuff necessary for rot to form. After all, this town only has ghosts in it. And this garbage heap only has things that aren't living. This is where all the town's resources originate from, and this is where all the town's resources eventually return. One of the men instructed me to search for electrical appliances. My instincts somehow tell me that there's no good find at my current location, so I distance myself from you random men who are searching through garbage within a set perimeter. Terkadang kalau udah satu bottom emang gak bisa naik lagi ya bang. I suddenly noticed a car windshield at my feet. Oh yeah, what about a car? About that car? Do things lost outside of town come back here too? Did the car get buried somewhere in this garbage pile after it exploded? If so, did it come back as individual part or as a whole car? If it came back as part, then maybe this windshield belongs to it. As I think that to myself, I noticed there is a microwave oven underneath the windshield. Wonder why I didn't notice it earlier. Apa nih cok, dumpster dive di banter gerbang? Iya Lan, betulan. Bang, coba sebagai YouTuber kamu adain giveaway iPhone HDC. Waduh, buat apa tuh? I lift up the windshield and hurl it somewhere. I hear the sound of glass shattering. I found a microwave. I rush back to the scavengers to report my find. It's my first big find of the day. Oh, was that sound you, Sayoko? Yes, the microwave was shielded by a windshield, so I threw it into the wind. Ha ha ha. I fell at forcing a laugh, so it comes out more like a spasm. The men try to say something, but it looks like they're speechless, so I can't help but groan. I'm just not good at with this kind of stuff. I feel like I felt this way before, several times, even. Have I never tried to improve? Or am I just unable to? I feel like it's too late for me to even know at this point. Once the truck is filled with a bucket of garbage. Butuh HP buat sekolah bang. Oh my god, jadi ini kamu sekarang pakai apa? Or rather, I suppose I should call them resources now. It makes several stops in the outskirts of town. Scavenger's office and workshop, I assume. Today was the best. Thank, miss. You're welcome. So what do you say, you two? Want to work with us? It's a tough work, but we're happy to have you on board if you want. Sorry, but I don't think I'm cut out for this. My apologies. Thank you for your time. I see. It feels like they already knew what my answer would be, but they had to pretend they didn't. They have to uphold a pre-established harmony, I suppose. So, what about you, miss? Join us. We can play I Spy as we collect garbage. Yeah, hey, cut it out. It's her decision. I'm a little nervous. I'm sure yours all for it. If you join them, that means our relationship will change, which is what I thought I wanted, but now I'm not so sure. Sekolah-sekolahan tai emang iya bubuk. I take a deep breath and look at Yoru from the side. The psycho's nodded, then neither am I. Yoru! I have to say something. I want to object. I want to tell her that she's making the wrong decision. I'm sorry. Yoru apologized. But for what? Why? I just don't know. I don't understand. Are you sure? Yeah, I agree. Are you sure? Pipe down, you. Sorry, but I've made up my mind. I'll come visit. But sure, and be sure to turn the heater on. And with that, Yoru started walking. She grabbed my wrist with surprising force coming from her slender arm. I managed to keep up with her despite stumbling a bit. Sayoko, the night's still young, so why don't we go visit Mrs. Pacifica's house? We have to report to her after all. I nod my head vaguely. Perhaps, because I'm considering suggesting one more time that Yoru could work there. But I'm sure she has no intention of doing that, so there's no point in saying anything about it. You were so good at that job. You look like you were having so much fun. So why did you reject their offer? I don't get it. I end up saying something fag instead. We should apologize to Pacifica when we see her, huh? I guess so. In the end, I don't say what I wanted. Game apa ini bang? Visual novel? I see. Namanya Ghostpia. I'm in Pacifica's good old living room again, facing her the same way a certain nun did once before. Bisa mabar gak bang? Bisa. Bisa bersepuluh ini. I'm sorry for wasting the time you spent searching for that job. I bow my head, so does Yoru. Sorry. It's fine. The cosplay shop was kind of shabby. And nobody wants to do the garbage collection anyway. And those men are kind of dumb too. I can't speak for Yoru, but I can't say I can see you doing that sort of work, Sayoko. When I look up, I see Pacifica's gentle smile. Thanks goodness, she's not mad, she's perfectly calm. I'll probably be mad if I were in her shoes. I still feel worried. I still feel sorry though. Sure. I just thought you'll have a plethora of options if we use my connection. Looks like this will be harder than I expected. Okay, once again, what exactly does Pacifica do? I want to ask that, but there's no way I can. But how can you expect me not to want to ask? I start to debate myself, but stay silently in the end. Please, pasti bisa meremehkan kerjaan blue collar refleksi. Oh my god, emang iya? Emang iya Lan? Login gas, tapi servernya lagi down ini, makanya aku mainnya sendiri. There's no point in forcing yourself to do a job that you'll quit immediately. I think manual labor only show its true advantage. If you are employed in the long term, just take your time searching. I'm so glad to have your help. You are too, right, Sayoko? Ah, yeah, I'm glad to have your help. Sorry for the trouble. We are friends, aren't we, Sayoko? I hear the front door start to open. It's probably Anya. Sifisa said she will be here later. Anya said she will try to find us work using her own personal connection. But she also said my networking is poop compared to Pacifica, so don't expect much. He said before promising that she will keep us in the loop. Oh, is Anya coming too? As I grin, for the stupidest reason ever, Yuri speak up to me. I nod vaguely in reply. Anya's as hard a worker as anyone else, so she should have connection of her own. But I suppose anyone's connection will look like poop compared to Pacifica's. Let's splash some hot water on her. What the fuck? Ngeri banget loh Pacifica. Yay! It's kind of scary when you think about her like that. Ini bocah lagi juga ikut-ikutan. Yay! Mau aku ambil lagi kata gue ke Pacifica, aku mau info locker orang. Pacifica hands Yuri a kettle full to the brim with hot water as she gleefully waits by the door. What the fuck? What if she's got a dreadful side to her that I don't know about? Wait, I guess it's obvious that she does have a dreadful side to her. But what's truly dreadful is not knowing what it is. Tidur. Iya, kamu tidur saja, sono bubuk khusus. Nggak jadi pasti bisa red flag banget ya. When I do come to know that side of Pacifica, will I be able to keep loving her the way I do? What if I told her all of this? Oh iya, Lan. Twitch kita sudah ada AdSense coy. Dan kita sudah mendapatkan sedikit ini ya. Sudah mendapatkan income dari ads ya. But if I told her all of this, I can only imagine the worst. I don't want her to hate me. After all, regardless of the path that brought us here, is the one who reintroduced me to the outside world like this. Maybe I should discreetly ask Anya once she's here. I'm sure that will be better than asking Pacifica herself. As soon as I make up my mind, the living room door opened loudly and Cupu tidur jam segini, emang iya. Don't move, anjir, ditodong piton anjir itu. A man shot coolly as he barged in the room, tearing the casual mood to shreds. Jadi dana AdSense buat giveaway bang, waduh, AdSense-nya 50 cents aja kemarin streaming tanggal 17. In his hand is a high caliber pistol big enough to be used as a blunt weapon. All of us freeze and fall silent. Hey Mort, the only people who can come visit my office without an appointment are top priority client and my friend. And I don't have any top priority clients yet. So that means only my friend can visit unannounced. And you're not my friend. Please set up an appointment by phone and come again. You shitty bitch. You ruined a once a millennium business opportunity. How dare you? How dare you make that face at me? Please don't get the wrong idea. I only did my job. It's the truth that you cut corners, isn't it? If you came here to bark at me, you're barking up the wrong tree. Damn you. Now put down that dangerous things before you regret it. Oh, ada giveaway ternyata channel ini info. Iya giveaway. What, do you have any idea what situation you're in? Wow, so cool. I had zoned out due to the surprise, but yours ambiguous murmuring snapped me back to reality. We're up against one man. He must be tired holding up that gun or something since his hand trembling. I don't think he has used to wielding a gun. In any case, judging by his thought, protruding belly, he probably can't move very quickly. Kaslah, tanggal berapa giveaway-nya? Tanggal 30 Februari. He probably can't move very quickly. I didn't want that grand bastard to beat me. I've done everything I could to win, but then you had to butt in and ruin everything. You're the one who leaked everything to the company, weren't you? That's right, I did my job. My hands are clean. Fix mode kalau nembak meleset semua, nggak tahu cara pakai arah itu. Ini revolver ya Lan? Bukan piton ya? Piton mah yang moncongnya ini ya, moncongnya lebih tipis ya. That's right, I did my job. My hands are clean. How dare you say that when you've been using your position to line your own damn pockets with such outrageous margin? Everything will be fine. I can take this guy. The situation itself isn't good, but I'm happy at the possibility that I can be useful to Pacifisa. So what do you want me to do? I want you to die. What's the point? I'll just come back. You know? Do you have the brain of a child, Mort? Pacifisa's voice is cold. Cold enough to freeze the steam this man's been spouting. I can at least make you writhe in pain by filling you with lead. There's plenty of time to regain your company trust. We've got all eternity, actually. Are you unable to make a rational decision? Shut up. Shut the hell up. Who give a damn about your logic? How can you possibly know how I feel? The man's voice gets slightly teary. On the other hand, Pacifica's stance gets firmer and firmer. Ya si Mort spam klik kanan, kagak pakai klik kiri biar akurat hasil one tap pakai USB. Dia pakai USB. Oh, yes reference ya. So much that I'm wondering if she can even see the gun in the man's hand. Oh, is that so? I understand. Allow me to make it up to you. Suddenly, Pacifica softened the tension in her voice. That man mumbled, but in the end not speaking. It seems like Pacifica intends to resolve this problem with money. I sent her a look that says there's no need to do that. Pacifica picked up on my signal, but she responded with a wink that I'm not clever enough to deceive her. Pacifica picked up the pouch that was left on the table and started rummaging through it. He then takes out a small tube. It's probably lipstick. If you're going to pay out, then do it in cash. I'm done playing your games. Oh, that's too bad. Something shines in Pacifica's hand, and at the same time, the man's gun hit the floor with a thunk. He then fell to the floor, holding his shoulder. I'm all out of cash, but I've got plenty of lead. It's only when Pacifica sees those words that I realized that the lipstick in her hand is actually a tiny gun in disguise. Anjir, pakai lipstick dia. Jadi keinget film yang ini anjir. Filmnya si siapa? Mr. Bean. If you would like a second payment of lead, then by all means, come and take it. Pacifica calmly asserted as she picked up the gun. The man dropped and pointed back at him. The gun looked so big for Pacifica's slender arm, but for some reason it looks more deadly than when the man was holding it. The man mumbles again and groans, but no intelligible words comes out. He must be in too much pain to speak. Oh, Johnny Inggris. Yo, I can't hear you. Pacifica kicks the groaning man. Specifically, she kicks his gunshot wound. Instead of screaming, the Man's body twitched and convulsed. His body collapsed face up. After losing consciousness for a few seconds, the man tearfully pleads with Pacifisa. Mercy, please have mercy, it hurts. Get lost now, and be sure to tell your little friend exactly what happened here. You hear me? Okay, I promise. Pacifisa Domi Mommy, oh my god. Kamu suka femdom gitu lan? Pacifisa take a step toward the man. It looks like the bullet still lodged into his shoulder. The man screamed to get some distance, perhaps having recalled the pain of being kicked in the gunshot wound moments earlier. Know your place, shithead. And with those final words, Pacifisa shoved the sole of her boot as far into the man's rear as physically possible. The man scuttled away surprisingly quick, as if borrowing the momentum from the kick. Whew. I look at Yura beside me. I kind of expected it, but her eyes are sparkling even more than I had imagined as she rushed up to Pacifisa and hugs her. Anjir. That was amazing. See that line again. Hasta la vista, baby. Jadi yang ini yang animo bule. Hasta la vista, baby. I didn't say that. Yo, what did I miss? Anya suddenly pops in through the door. The man left wide open. Looks like things got kinda weird here. That washy-faced guy was here, wasn't he? You saw him leave, didn't you? I've already taken care of him. Oh, and that things work like a charm. I would like to order a dozen. I quite like that sort of things. Seriously, I'm quite proud of my handiwork on that one. Wish I could improve the shell ejection though. I know it can't work out exactly like the movies, but still. What does Mrs. Pacifisa do exactly? You're whispering in my ear. I feel ever so slightly relieved to know that she had been wondering the exact same thing as me. I'm not sure, but she's probably some sort of agent. An agent of what? Something. Once that non-commercial word leave my lips, I realized I sound just like you. It's kind of embarrassing. So, how did the new job go? Looks like it wasn't a good match. You got any leads? Nope, nothing. Sorry, I tried to looking, but everywhere I looked, places were neither understaffed or overstaffed, just staffed. I see. Oh my god, Anya jadi rambut oranye. I'm really sorry. No, I'm not blaming you or anything. I just think it's interesting. Jadi ini alternate universe Anya kalau nggak diadopsi sama Yor. Iya, betul. Hahaha, I know what you mean. This town just seems like a perfectly put together machine meant exactly for the number of people in it. Maybe the town's just optimized that way since it's always had the same number of people. 1024. That's the ghost town's ghost population. With the addition of Euro, that's 1025. Of those 1025 ghosts, 1023 are employed. Euro and I are the only one left out. Oh, but I did borrow that laminate stand. Can a laminate stand even make money in this cold as hell town? Are you sane? You didn't catch Clara stupid, did you? Anya mumbles the story about how she originally made the laminate stand as a set for a plate, but it's perfectly functional. Sorry, I guess it's not usable after all. Maybe I did catch Clara stupid. Copy please. And with that, she thrown herself onto the sofa. I'm sorry. I don't say it out loud, but I apologize again in the silence of my heart. Okay. Would you two like some more as well? Yes, please. Hib, caffeine. Siapa di sini yang gak suka caffeine? I'm not entirely sure what I'm apologizing for. I feel a vague sense of guilt. And it's not something I can solve by raiding the church again. I was powerless. No trip to Pacifica's house is complete without a cup of Pacifica's house blend coffee. These two have a proper role in this small town community. They seem so important. Wait, then what was my role before I became a shonen? Well, in the worst case, Pacifica comes back from the kitchen after boiling some water and walks up to me with cups in hand. You can be my bodyguard. Being an agent is dangerous work, but with a ninja around, ruffian like that one should think twice before they show their faces, so... Maksudku apa bang? Tanya siapa di sini yang gak suka kopi? Ayo, siapa di sini yang gak suka kopi? Relax, don't need to make that face. Di sini cuma 2 orang di live chatku. Tulisannya sih 2 ya. Pacifica gently pinched my cheek with her hair soft hand. Was I making that bad of a face? I guess so. But why? I'm flustered. I want to rebuke myself for taking advantage of people's kindness like this all the time. I have nothing to offer. A bodyguard, I see. I never thought of that. Milk her dry, Sayoko. That's why, even if I become Pacifica's bodyguard, I'll never feel useful. No matter how many enemies I take down, it doesn't change the fact that I'll still be taking advantage of her kindness. Oh, we forgot to splash Anya with hot water. It's not too late, you know? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but please forget about it for the rest of eternity. I've got a suggestion for you when we get home. Milk her dry? Waduh. Erlan. If she's receptive to the suggestion, I'll discuss things further with her as much as possible. That way, I'm sure even I'll be tired enough to fall asleep without having to worry about her snoring. I think to myself as I watch Yuru brandishing the kettle. We'll work for money. Will work. Sorry bang, akun dihack tadi sama Deski Masum. Oh gitu. Itu teori cepu ke dewa ya. As soon as I gave Yoru my suggestion, he is energetically said sounds good in less than what I think is a second. We can't just take advantage of Pacifica's help forever, so let's do some job hunting of our own. That was the main point of my suggestion. Yoru said if we are gonna do it, we've gotta do it good. And she made cardboard sandwich sign. No idea where she got a cardboard. I hid my astonishment at her craftsmanship. In my mind, I was applauding her. But her snoring is still way too loud. Her raw energy both awake and asleep, ranting on the ears, which is why I don't praise her out loud. I don't know how many hours we spent with those signs in hand. I figured that having something to do would serve as a good distraction, but in actuality, the cold, the fatigue, and the shame are just wearing down on my mind. But I honestly believe that this is what I can and should be doing right now. So we do this today, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. We keep standing and barking all around town. The end is near. Nuclear war. Buy gold. Udah nggak beres nih Yoru. Udah nggak beres Yoru. The end is near. It seems like Yoru has had enough. I'm nearing the end of my road too. The town's workforce really must be saturated. Would anyone actually give work to job searches with sandwich signs when every positions are already filled? It's already filled. I just want to throw myself onto the snow and give up. That's when somebody called out to us. Oh, Armageddon's coming. You're always living on the edge, you? Guess he's not calling out to us exactly. It's Yoru, and this isn't the first time someone's called out to her. Kalau kata seorang ugal-ugalan mah, apa itu? Well, I've just been aimlessly wearing the sandwich sign. Yoru's been making acquaintance. One by one, gradually assimilating into the town. Dimana orang 9 to 5 lebih baik 9 to 10. Anjir. Oh, Mr. Patel, how are you? Thanks for your help the other day. I feel a little better now. Not completely healed, but better. Thank you so much. Come visit the coffee again. You should hire us. Sorry, we've got enough workers as it is. I see. Be sure to tell us if there is ever an opening. Yeah, when the time comes. See you later. What happened the other day? I asked you as I watched Mr. Patel leave. Oh my god, Mr. Patel saudara Akinator ya kan? Mirip banget cok. I listened to him talk about his issues. I didn't understand what he was saying, but I just nodded and said yeah to everything and he seemed happy, so I guess it's all good. Is it though? I'm sure he just wanted some validation from someone. Validation? Someone to tell you if it's alright, you know? Is it really though? Either way, he's doing his best, I think. You think so? Well, he looked happy, so I want to believe in him. As she says that, Yuri smells ambiguously. Or maybe it's only ambiguous because I'm too dumb to understand it. But what I do understand is that her smile is awfully beautiful. It's so beautiful, I'm jealous. Almost resentful even. She's got such a beautiful smile. I'm sure she'll be able to find work. Unlike me. What? Oh, nothing. I'm going to go over to that street. You stay at the plaza. As you command, my liege. I tottered over toward the back street. It's not somewhere you will expect someone looking for work to go. I just want to be alone. I thought walking would cheer me up, but the more I walk, the more tired I become. It looks like I'm playing a losing game. I remember a day long ago when I waited for a bus in the rain. I remember waiting 20 minutes for a bus that comes every Thursday, and fed up with waiting, I end up taking the train home. Even though I knew the bus would be there in less than 10 minutes, I spent 15 minutes walking from the bus stop to the station to catch the train. By the time I realized I had wasted the effort of waiting 20 minutes, I had already been walking for quite some distance. I suppose I was just tired of staying in one place. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just ended up doing something. It feels disgusting not to understand yourself. I feel somewhat like how I felt that today. Oh. As I turned the corner, I bumped into someone. You're at the church. I recognize who it is. That's right. It's the man who stopped me by the entrance when I snuck into the church. I bribe him with mints and then kill him. Hey, is that a ninja? Behind me. Anjir, ada musik ya. Behind the man are 5 similarly dressed men, his friend I suppose. Yeah, that's right. I see the men reaching at their coats, either a concealed gun or bladed weapon. Leave me alone. I asked to be left alone, but I have to admit I'm a little glad that the stress-relieving distraction has decided to waltz up to me. Kita dibantai kita. When I come back home with a broken sign and a little bit of cash, I greeted by Yoru and some unfamiliar furniture. Where did you get all this? Welcome home. I was given this. Oh, dikasih deh. You were given them? Berarti yang tadi yang digebuk itu yang orang-orang itu ya? Yep, I got some food too. Some people said I can't employ you both, but I can give you this instead. Some people said they could employ one of us, but I guess it's hard to find anyone willing to employ us both. See, those misers. Am I right? This is the difference between me and Yoru. Yoru gained the goodwill of many, and even if they can't employ both of us, they can still help feel fulfilled. Meanwhile, I killed someone. I killed before, and then I killed his friend, and I robbed their bodies. Oh well, if nobody will hire us, let's just start our own business, Sayoko. The ninja delivery service. How about it? It's a service where ninjas deliver things, like something. You don't need to stick around me anymore. Huh? I'm sure you can find plenty of jobs for yourself, Yoru. Lots of people love you. As long as you're not with me, they'll gladly employ you. But there's no point unless I'm with you, Sayoko. Yoru looks confused and somewhat angry. I've never seen her make a face like that before, but I can't back down. Look, there's nothing I'm good at besides hurting others. It's probably the one and only thing I'm better than you at. There's work for you, but there's none for me. It's the truth that you're great. So what's the problem? But it won't do. It can do, and it will. I don't want to feel miserable. I don't want to hate you, so please. I should leave, shouldn't I? If possible. Sayoko? What is it? Nothing, it's just I got a live-in job over for one. So I'm gonna go do that. That would be for the best. Thanks for having me. No problem. That's it, it's getting late, so the two of us sleep in the same bed tonight. I guess ending a relationship is a more sluggish process than what you see on TV. You unexpectedly sleep quietly, neither snoring or stirring. See, you can do it after all. After becoming the worst woman in the world, I mirror to myself as I feel her warmth in bed. Okay, thanks for having me. You're welcome. Tonk. The door shuts. It doesn't seem to shut in slow motion, and the sound of it shutting doesn't sound particularly sad either. It feels like a relief actually. Hello Nepu, welcome to the stream. I guess I really am a cold woman after all. It may have only been for a short while, but Yura and I ate together and slept together. And yet, I feel nothing now that she's gone. I space out for a few seconds and then... maybe I should have at least woke her up. I whisper an idea, but it comes way too late. But it feels like I'm lying to myself. If I woke her out and wave until she faded into the distance, it will be so sad to look at her footstep in the snow. At the very least, it will be weird for me to do that when I'm the one who kicked her out. It would be almost hypocritical, like I'm hiding my true feeling or something. My true feeling? That's right, I wanted Yoru to leave. It's not like I particularly enjoy how I lived before Yoru moved in. This way better than living with someone who is that all the time. After being in the negative, I just wanted to return to zero. And now that Yoru's gone, my life is back to zero. For some reason, I felt like I needed to find a job, but I don't really need it. I don't really need to. In short, the end goal was to get her out of my room, and now she has the end. I didn't kick her out buck naked. I kicked her out after she had found herself a job and a new place to live. I'm sure I'll see her again in town eventually. We might even drink coffee together at Mr. Pastel's cafe again. Maybe Yoru will vent about work. Maybe Pacifist and Anya will be there too and sympathize with her. And maybe the three of them will laugh. Maybe I'll even join in and laugh too. I imagine a future like that. Yep, we've settled everything peacefully. Congratulations, you've reached the most optimal solution. I'm sure it is. It probably is. Yes. I close my eyes and nod my head, trying to give myself validation. Yes. The repeated nodding of my head makes me want to go lie down for a bit. Yes, you should go to sleep. Maybe that will cheer me up a little. That's right. Once I cheer up, I can go talk to Pacifis and Anya. Yes. My eyes snap open when the doorbells ring. I'm already up on my feet before I know it. Yoru? I feel irritated even as I reach out for the doorknob and open the door. Exactly. Huh? Exactly what exactly? Standing there is the elderly man from way back when, which, as expected, is exactly the opposite of exactly what I expected. I can barely remember things about Pacifisa, Anya, and even myself, yet I quickly remember this elderly man. I know it's due to recency bias, but it still stings. I'm here to apply for the position roommate. He smells like dirt, sweat, and a tinge of excrement. I furrow my eyebrows at the sudden affront on my lungs. Simply put, I heard there was an opening in this room. It's dangerous for a little girl living by her. What the fuck? No thanks. It's clear that he's not in the right of mind. Plus, he's got a knack at getting under my skin. Luckily, he doesn't seem to realize itself. What's the matter? You hate strong men or something? From what I reckon, handsome old men get tax benefits. Heck now, and I'll throw in one of those cricket things. He pulls some weird giant spatula looking things out of his pocket and starts swinging it around, only for it to slip out of his hand. I see it fly toward the stair out of the corner of my eye. I originally lived by myself, so I don't need a roommate. I need to drive him away quickly before this becomes another bad experience. I've had enough of those. Note that, of course. The elderly man suddenly softened his speech. You were all by your lonesome this whole time, little Missy, and you're no longer alone no more. You changed. For good. There ain't no going back to how you were, little Missy. Now that you know about the hole in your heart, you can no longer exist by your lonesome. The elderly man speaks matters of factly as he stroked his beard. He accurately described my current situation objectively and without emotion. It reminds me of one of my college professor. I wonder how he's doing. Wait, have I even gone to college? I think you're just like me, little Missy. Your holes are my holes. What the fuck? And come to fill your holes. Holes? You mean? Yes, sir, holes. He suddenly shot and made an exaggerated gesture as he continued. A fine metaphor if to say myself. Didn't prepare no script, but them fine words if I do say so myself. We are holes. Waduh, the fuck, ini dia gak bak telanjang ini nih, yang si kakek ini yang di lubang ini. We are holes. Holes cruelly dug out and cruelly filled back up. We are holes. A cruelly filled hole looks good, but it ain't the real thing. And it ain't got much of a purpose, but either way, it's still there. Holes. Well, sure enough, I do feel like some holes have been poked into me. I have to admit, I do feel pretty hurt. Even if getting filled back up doesn't fix everything, it's still a relief just to exist, ain't it? I understand you, little missy. The two of us ain't that different after all. I'm very, very afraid right now. And the truth is, it will be really reassuring if Yoru were by my side. Why did I open my big mouth and drive her away? Wait, no. All I did was paw a bit. Honestly, why was that enough to make her leave? Damn it, that ingrate. Shit, I'll give her a piece of my mind. No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that at all. You really don't remember where it came from, little missy? That's another hole. Please, don't leave me by myself. In other words, the only thing that can fill your holes is someone else with holes like me. That way, can fill my own holes too. Halo malam teman. Halo Maldo, welcome to the stream. Absen ya, monggo. If being a loner is myself, then I should at least repent and ask for forgiveness. Can't you get yourself ready to see her again? I quickly back away when I realized the elderly man grabbing my shoulder. I thought I would shake him off, but his grip is stronger than I expected, so I just end up stumbling slightly. Let me go! I need to see Yoru again. No, I am never letting you again. Cut it out already. When the man gets up in my face, I can't help but shut my eyes. What does he want with me? If he's here, then that means he knows where I live, which means I've got no place to run. My beloved precious. If this goes on any longer, I might as well. Damn noodle. Marzipan! I open my eyes at the sound of elderly man death throes. What's with this old man and filling holes? If you're that lonely, then fill your holes with potting cups or something. Pudding. Before my eyes is the elderly man bleeding from the lip and now holding a bat from sword. It hasn't even been a week, so I easily recall her name. I'm honestly glad that I still remember. Oh, it's Lo, remember? I do remember, that's your nickname, right? And you live in the room above mine. I've forgotten her real name, but I guess that's no big deal. Oh, right, I wanted to say thanks. I failed to thank her properly, but I'm used to being a failure. In any case, the most important thing is that I'm free from the elderly man now. Are you okay? He didn't hurt you or anything, did you? Okay. I tried to show her just how energetic I am, but it comes out awkwardly. Lo giggles. Well, I guess that wasn't a complete failure then. Seeing Lo smile cheers me up a little too. Good, be careful of perverts, okay? Oh, don't worry, I'll do something about him. Ugh, he stinks. Okay, thank you so much. No problem. You and Yoru come visit sometime, okay? Lo goes down the stair and dragging the elderly man behind her. The man left behind a trail of blood. Come by when I've got a chance. I murmur a small reply. Ding, 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 ding. This house resembles Pacifica's house, but it's even bigger and somehow a little intimidating. I know the price of land is cheap here, since it's a rural town, but I think you will still have to be pretty rich to have a house like this. This house is where Yoru works now. It apparently belongs to an elderly woman named Margaret. Obviously, I don't know a thing about her. I don't have the guts to ring the doorbell. I guess I should have expected that. Instead, I pick up some snow by my feet and play around with it. If I ring the bell, I figure it will either be Yoru who will answer it or someone else who can fetch her for me. Hello dong, welcome to the stream. I want to see Yoru and apologize to her. I want to tell her that I don't regret letting her live with me at all. Yeah, That's just self-serving. I'll only be doing that to make me feel better about myself, so what should I change about my approach? Maybe if I tell Yura how I feel, she'll cheer up a little. It's not like our relationship can get any worse. Maybe it's worth a shot. Musiknya la 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 la, iya betul lullaby. But what if it's not? What if I just make Yura feel even worse? Now that I think about it, interpersonal relationship don't bottom out at zero. They often run into the negative. Once the snowball in my hand is as dense as it can be, I chuck it away. If that's the case, then she might snap at me, and as well, I would say something to drive her away. I'm scared. I want to go home, but I can't just leave. So I pick up some fresh snow, pack it into another snowball, and hurl that one too. Now there's no more snow at my feet. I consider picking up dirt and making a mop bowl. Oh, that's when the doors open. Oh, hi, Sayoko. Oh, hi. It's okay, I'm doing perfectly fine. Don't need to worry about me. No, that's not why I came. After some insistence, I got paid in advance, so I'm good with living expense. That's it. I don't have much in terms of living expense since it's a live-in job. Yuri give me an ambiguous chuckle. I know my sixth sense could use some glasses, but even I can kind of tell her laughter is forced. No, that's not it. There's just something I wanted to talk about, and just who gave you permission to talk? I'm sorry. The elderly woman lets out a hoarse voice. Are you distracting her? I've paid good money to hire that pet sitter, so don't you try to make a fool out of me. Don't mock me. She comes snapping at me, almost pushing Yuri to the side. No, maksudnya lo hubungan itu so negatif, waduh. So Yuri's a pet sitter. She does seem like she would be good with animal. Yoi, goyang nek kena rematik. Goyang terus ya neneknya. I'm not paying her to talk on the clock. Are you going to pay for her lost time? Don't mock me. Fair enough. Yours holding a leash, but a pet on the other hand. I'm sorry. But well, I'll let you off the hook just this once. Don't take me for a fool. The elderly just love giving me an earful today. Are all the elderly town ghosts like this? I don't have much experience handling the elderly, so all I can do is apologize and regret coming here without a plan. The elderly woman, or rather Margaret, looks like she isn't finished talking, but Yuri cheerfully chimed in as if to interrupt her. I'll go take Rocky on the walk now, okay? Right, she's a professional pet sitter now. An unemployed person like me shouldn't distract her. That's not Rocky. For a second, I have no idea what's happening. Or rather, I do realize that Margaret just hit Yuri with her cane, but my brain freezes for a second, processing why he did that. The violence seemed to come to her all too naturally. Margaret hit Yuri in the face with her cane, as if it was the most natural thing in the world. But that's only half of it. The other half has got to be because of the pet I see on the other end of the leash. Both my brain and body freeze in place. I mean McCready, I'm sorry. No, that biscuit, are you blind? Can't you tell the boys from the girls? What is your problem? Don't take me for a fool. Oh, fuck? Sakit jiwa ini nenek. It's a brown lump of clay tied to a rope. Anjing, it is fucking clay. What the hell? Sakit anjir ini. Jadi ini rasanya pakai LSD. Waduh. Waduh. Bahaya ngomongin LSD ya. I'm sorry. Why can't you tell just by looking? That's clearly a girl. Iya fix pakai LSD anjing. Ini nenek pakai LSD anjing fix. Pasti make, weed make, kokaina pakai anjir. Semua pakai anjing ini nenek. It's clearly a lump of clay, a genderless, inorganic lump. Anyway, we'll be going on that wall. I want to step and it's slacking off, okay? I'll know. Put your heart into it. The heart is key. If it weren't for your whispering, let's go, I probably would have been stuck standing there in shock of the bizarre situation. Alright. Follow after your one, she walked several steps, dragging a long biscuit, or rather the lump of clay on a string. So about biscuit. This is just a lump of clay. Your non-calendar states the obvious. There are others like it, but Miss Margaret says she can tell them apart. There are others. Miss Margaret takes care about 100 of them in total, and they all have names. But she says it's hard for her to walk them all. 100. It's nowhere near 25, but that's still a lot of math. But why is she naming lumps of clay and keeping them as pets? They don't eat, they don't poop, they don't bark either. What a groundbreaking pet these pet clays are. Was I thinking out loud again? I'm psychic. Yuri playfully continues. My job is to walk them all and help Miss Margaret run the house too. Wouldn't it be more efficient to walk them all at once? It's the heart, apparently. The heart. Yeah, apparently walking them all at once is proof of being heartless, and it's a bad influence on the pet clay. Kata gue mah, nih kurangin makan kecubung, kurangin ya, sama ya jangan makan jamur magic lah ya nek. Makan jamur biasa-biasa aja ya lah nek. I don't get it. I know right, but I get money and a place to live, so I'll do my best. I'm quite good at menial jobs. Like this anyway. But she hit you with a cane. An old lady is not strong enough to kill me. But still, she's treating you like a slave, isn't she? You should quit. Dragging around lumps of clay all day isn't proper work. I can't. I got paid plenty in advance and I already bought several things that will be skipping the bill. Let me take care of it. I'll thrust something sharp into her and then... I stumble over my words and stumble to the ground. This isn't work. All I'm capable of is terror and destruction. And that's not what Yurin is right now. She has chosen to live in this town as one of its own ghosts. To live among us in peace, with her own role to play. Thank you, I'm glad you care about me. As Yuri speaks, her face looks tired, yet lively. It makes me feel like my tiny regrets are nothing more than insignificant digits truncated several places after the decimal point. I decide not to say anything. Yuri is independent now, so I need to be independent too. By the way, about how deep in debt are you? Despite my decision to be independent, I stubbornly asked that question. I asked because I figure if I can find work for myself and save enough money, maybe I can take her back, or at the very least, get her a more decent job. It wouldn't be bad to work towards a goal like that. You start counting out the money on her finger. Yuri comes up with that figure that far exceeds my expectation. It's enough money to buy 2 decent cars, or 1 good cars. What did you use that money on? Several things. I figure I might as well since I've got nowhere else to go, so... I splug her a little. Ah, come on. That's right. and forgot how I'm not used to this girl's childless optimism. Once Yura makes a lap around town, she goes back to Margaret's house to pick up a new pack clay to walk, while I could take around with her for another lap. I decide to go back home instead. I can't even bring myself to watch her walk away. It's just so frustrating. I can't watch. Fedelish, kenapa Bumi? By the way, welcome to stream ya Bumi. If I did, I'm sure I will start plotting ways to physically pursue that elderly woman. And no, if I happen to change my mind before I got to my destination, I could always choose to go to Pacifisa or Anya for advice. But then again, after all the work those two did to help us out, Yura found a live-in job herself, and I lost my reason to look for work. I don't know what sort of face I should put on when I report back to them. But I do know that I need to report to them soon. And with that thought in mind, I gaze at the missile as I cross through the plaza. Wah, suaranya ip gitu ya. Oh ini suaramu bagus banget. Kukira suara gamenya Jerman, ada suaraku jelek cok. A familiar girl drops a cardboard box, which makes that distinct plop, characteristic to cardboard. He looks this way, not at me, but through me, as if looking into the past. He's afraid. Even someone as dense as me can tell that. Her name's Clara. Oh ini si nunnya. The nun who got that impressive collection of bullet holes when I used her as my... Kasian banget nun ini. The nun who called me a poop hat just before she got that impressive collection of bullet holes. I thought we had reached a mutual understanding for that short moment. But I don't think that's quite right. Spelling Inggris lu bagus Safi. Enggak juga. Mungkin ya. There's something I've been meaning to say. Clara desperately stammers. Paper flowers spill out of the cardboard box at her feet. Wait, she's not even officially non, is she? Iya, dia masih belum. Then what exactly does she do? What's her role? What's her resource of income? Ever since I started looking forward, I've been thinking this question about everyone I run into. What is it? I decided to reply for now. Honestly, it will make me feel a little better if she were to say something like, "It's my turn to murder you, so you best be prepared." Anjir, ngeri banget dari Nun. Monolog. Nggak pernah. I'm sorry. That's not what I was expecting her to say at all, so I found myself at a loss for words. I did some thinking after everything that happened, like what I did wrong to make you so mad. Clara started talking with tears in her eyes. It's not your fault. I must have done something wrong. So, I'm sorry. No, loli kita kenapa ini? I have no idea what to think. I haven't even thought about thinking. It's like I'm just turning out cookie cutter answer. I don't blame you for what you've done, so don't worry about it. How can she be so self-sacrificial? How can her heart be so pure? Is that why she wants me to think? Haha. Don't make me smack you. Screenshot. Oh my god. Kita harus menaruh ini di server Discord kita. Loli menangis. Oh my god. But let's talk things out with words instead of violence this time. Please come visit the church. We'll have tea and yummy sweets. We can make friends, laugh, and have fun. The ideal girl speaks of her ideal with an idyllic look on her face. Give me a break. None of that stuff is what I need. My boundless rage actually calmed me down. It also gave me a sudden flash of inspiration. My thoughts freeze over and become clear, like ice free of any impurities. You're right, Clara. I'm sorry about what I did earlier. Oh. I hugged Clara. Her body stiffened for the first few seconds, but she relaxed soon enough. Clara smiled and smelled like a sweet scent. Scent candle you would buy at a cozy general store. For now, I swiped the snow off my hand on the back of her coat. I'm so relieved to hear you say that. Let's be friends from now on. I act out the cookie cutter answer she wants to hear. It's as if there's no Sayoko nor Clara here. It's as if we are just actor acting out an ideal script in the center of the plaza. I'm so happy. My love finally got through to you, right? Yes, that's right, Clara. By the way, I'm in a bit of trouble now, you see. Oh, I can help. I thank her and let go, ending our embrace. The sweet smell fades into the distance, giving my lung a bit relief. You see? I place a hand on Clara's shoulder and give her most troubled look I can muster. Acting gini MC-nya. I peer into her pale eyes and establish firm eye contact. My role here is a pitiful person in need of help, and your role is someone who can give me the help. You understand? It's about money, you see? Money? I give her a truthful summary about the current state of affairs. I made sure to highlight how Yoru's being unfairly treated like a slave at her job. And I don't forget to mention how she's being subjected to casual violence. I firmly emphasize those 2 points. No way, poor Yoru. So I want to help Yoru pay her debt, but it's too large of a sum for me alone. I put more force into my grip on her shoulder. I tried but failed to cry on command. It was for a shot though. What the fuck? Mata saya kok jadi gini anjir. So help me pay for half so we can reclaim your freedom. I think I pulled it off. Huh? You're my only hope. I squeeze out the most pitiful voice I can muster. I need you. Keep going. You're the only one I can talk to. More. Sister. The fuck? Now for the finishing touch. Let's work together for the first time. Okay, let's do this. Loli kita tertipu anjir. Too easy. I do feel sorry for her. But any time spent wondering about how she feels is time wasted. What good can come out of that anyway? Oh my god, Loli ditipu. Emang perlu dibuangin ini MC. You wouldn't wonder about how numbers you type into a spreadsheet feel. Same thing. I will try. How much money do I need to bring? Okay, first don't be alarmed when I tell you the amount. I tell her half of the necessary amount. I'm Sue. In other words, the full amount, reducing the amount of work to the zero. It's not that I don't want to work. It's just that it feels right for Clara to pay up that much. I'm sure if I told Pacifist and Anya about. Nice, but it will be even nicer if you double the amount. You're a friend I can proud of. Yep, that's the Pacifista and Anya in my mind are saying. Is this a malicious scam? Perhaps. But Clara must think she's reformed me, and that I trust her enough to share my concern with her. And what's the ideal response that an ideal girl should make? Sure, you know that what you must do, Clara. I understand. Also, don't tell anyone else. This is for your ears only. It's only a little secret. But wouldn't it be better to get a lot of people to help? I can't. Listen, if you betray me, I might get violent again like last time. I think I feel Clara's shoulders even when she heard the word last time. She hasn't forgotten the terror. I think it's far easier to forget things like love and happiness than it is to forget terror. Terror dull your decision-making skills, and Clara's already dull as it is, which I guess is why I'm able to handle her so easily. Yes, see. But I don't have that much money. We really should get more people to help. Don't say a word to anyone. I shoot a piercing gaze through Clara's bewildered eyes. Mystery. Yeah, Kevin, mystery. But I have never even seen that much money, yo. Clara? No, it's nothing. The money is off limits. Clara typed as she murmured those words, just like Pacifista once did, and then whispered in her ear. Say, Clara, we are friends, aren't we? We've forgiven each other. We're almost the same age. We are true friends forever, aren't we? I randomly say whatever words might make Clara happy, as if I'm trying to find a specific website on a search engine. We sure are. Clara's body trembles slightly. I don't know if it's what I said, or if my breath simply tickle her ear. Either way, it doesn't matter. Once this whole incident is over, let's plan out all the things we can do together. Clara starts squirming more and more in my embrace. Just think of all the things we can do. I can't wait for us to plan everything out together. Of course, just the two of us in my room. A sleepover. We'll be together until morning. And even so, I neither strengthen nor loosen my grasp on her as if the embrace were completely natural. I wonder what will you sound like as you snooze in my arm. Clara twitched, screamed, and then stopped resisting. The priest has money saved up for everyone in case of an emergency. That's sure to be enough, and I... Go on. I'm in charge of looking at that money every once in a while. If I don't, it will disappear like all the other stuff here, so... Clara. The next time I have to look at the money, I can bring it out. Thank you. I feel bad for the priest, but this is surely a good use of the money, right? God will surely forgive me. pakai duit church anjir. I'm sure he will. I'll pray that he forgive you too. Anjir Lan, gak bener Lan ajarannya Lan. Oke. Duit persembahan dipakein buat buat bayar utang anjir. Okay, see you later then. Let's regroup at my place when we've got the money. Okay. I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna go home and sleep. Good night. Good night. The conversation was 99% lies, but the last part was true. I really am tired. Not out of guilt or anything, I'm just tired from all this concentrating. Once I managed to get back home, I tossed myself onto bed and go to sleep with my coat still on. I felt sleepier than the night I got back from that movie theater on the bill. Sleepier than the night I finally got a potential job over from a company and informed the university. Sleepier than the morning after I dragged two friends' corpses through the snow back to the town. Sleepier than the morning after I committed a massacre in the church. Wait, did I do all those things? No, that wasn't me. Must have been things I heard from someone else that I have mistaken for my own memories. Right, that's gotta be it. Anyway, I think I'm far sleepier now than I was for any of those various events. When the doorbell rings, the three of us back into my room get excited. The pizza's here. It took them longer than 15 minutes. So they gotta give it to us for free. Yeah. So Sayoko, on it. The two of them hide behind the back where they can't be seen from the door. I shoot them a glance and open the door. Here it is. Clara standing there with a glimmer in her eyes. They're glimmering a little too much. Actually, it's not like her. I guess her body must be all reeled up from the naughtiness of betraying her people. I'm pretty sure adrenaline or whatever will do that to you. There's a big travel bag by Clara's feet. Really? Wow, let's see. Let's see it so I can count. With difficulty, Clara picked up the heavy bag and handed it to me. So have we come to understand each other? Are we friends now? I suppose you could say that, but you must be tired. And this is your home, right? I don't have any other plans, so Clara's eyes moisten slightly as if she's expecting something, several something even. Sorry, but I can't live up to those expectations. Oh, I see. Do we go hand over the money together? Clara looks at me with upturned eyes, and she tried to read my facial expression. The elderly man, the elderly woman, Mr. Pat, and just about every other town ghost is a little bit lonely, even with her social position in her community. Clara's no exception. That's it. I guess it will be kind of ironic for a ghost to live a fulfilling life with lots of friends. Oh, I think that's a good idea, but well, ninjas work alone. You know, maybe next time. Well, whatever, there's no point pitying someone you barely know, right? Just for a moment, I think about what will happen to her standing now that she handed over her community's money to the enemy. She might lose her position as everyone been off and on in training. Well, I think about it for just a moment. And I shut the door. I hear cheering from behind me. There was some real rock and roll stuff there. It totally broke her spirit. I give you 10,000 out of 100 points. That's 1,000 times more than the maximum score, Teach. It's 100 times more, you absolute poop hat. Was that okay? That was an absolute garbage move, I would say. But it's Clara we are talking about, so... Exactly. Sorry, not sorry. Yep. Ini personal banget anjir sama Clara aja. I needed to muster up a lot of courage to open up to Pacifisa and Anya about this whole thing, but they accept my decision without judging me. After strengthening our bond over our shared malice toward Clara, we are in a complete celebratory mood. It's a total victory for the type of woman who love seeing two girls loved by everyone fall flat on their faces. Thanks, you two. Don't mention it. All we did was watch. It's probably been about months. Calendar don't exist in this month. In this town tadi. I don't know if it's because of that, but the very concept of time is ambiguous in this town. We all pretty much decide things with relative terms like today, tomorrow, tomorrow's tomorrow, tomorrow's, and so forth, I suppose. But it seemed that even in a town like this, the concept of past and future barely exists. However, fact time maybe it definitely took time for Clara to gather the money and for the three of us to get together again like this. And using that time to walk around in animate Pat place isn't a good way to spend it. I'm sure that girl will be much happier to live her time freely. Alrighty then, time to go slam that cash in the old hack's face. I've gotta get back to work though. You better, I'm still waiting on those goods. I know, just give me a bit more time. Pacifisa and Anya part ways at the entrance to the apartment complex. I'm the ninja of justice who will save your roof. On the way to Yuri's workplace, I murmur, conceited, one-liner to myself. One-liner. I'm just that elated right now, so elated. I forgot to pay attention to my surrounding. Hey, are ninjas normally for justice or evil? Whoa! I'm so distracted. I forgot to even consider the fact that a town small enough that Yuri might be nearby on one of her packed place walk and hear me murmuring to myself. Jeepers. People don't say jeepers when they're surprised these days, you know? Well, I've just got a lot on my mind considering I heard concerning news that my former roommate bamboozled a girl into embezzling an organization funds. Oof. She's joking. Yuri giggles before collecting herself enough to continue. But thanks, I'm happy you went to such length for me. She smiled at me. That alone is enough to make me feel it was worth the effort. So, should we go pay the money now? Well, you see, that money is not enough anymore. It turns out I'm kind of klutzy. I broke some dishes, wasted some seasoning, and killed Biscuit. And remind me who Biscuit it is again. One of the poops. And so, there's more money added to my debt. No way! What a scumbag employer. No, it is far beyond that. He's just abusing and exploiting her. I've blown my lead at employers who require punching out during breaks, but this is on a completely different level. The only thing you can do at a workplace like that is to get far away from it as possible. Yuri doesn't belong in that house. I'm reminded of that fact. It might seem like she has no other place to stay beside that house, but that's not the entire truth. I understand in that case, allow me to ask a hypothetical question. What would you think if someone wants to live with you? I'll be happy, but I can't leave the place where I am at right now. Why not? Without thinking, I grab Yuri by the collar and bark in her face. There's no possible way you can be happy somewhere you are neglected, exploited, and abused. That lady has been truly alone this whole time. She's so sad. Sure, she's incontinent. She's saying she make no sense, but I think I can understand why she turned out that way. You think you can fix that person? No, I don't think I can fix her. But even if I can't heal her, maybe I can alleviate her pain in that case. I don't think it's entirely meaningless for me to be there. That doesn't solve anything. Now instead of having one unhappy person, we've got two. There are tons of unhappy people. What a difference does one word make? That's not the point. I don't think it's a bad idea to confront sadness rather than pretend that everything is okay. That's why I think this town is a good place. Is that why you came to this town? Is that your goal? I don't have a goal, just like you, Sayoko. But I do. You have a goal? Yeah, and that goal is to live with you back in that room. We are ghosts. Hollow specter. We are so empty. We often lose sight of the very fact that we are ghosts. To live with you and grumble about my cramped bed, and to meet up with friends every now and then to joke around like idiots. Now, and if I'm hollow, then I'm free to fill the void with whatever the hell I want. But I can fill the void with the downright lies if I see fit. I gently place my finger on your forehead. That's right, I just made up that goal on the spot. I also made up your name on the spot, so it's a little late to sweat the small stuff like that, you know? Yuri smiles awkwardly and giggles, as she can't find a reason to argue with me there. Looks like you finally admit it now. Yuri copies me and places her index finger on my forehead as well. If I tell you to get down, okay? Yo, long time no see. Actually, I guess it hasn't been that long. Huh. I feel so old. My sense of time has been so vague lately. That was a close one. The area. You okay? I need guns. Lots of guns. Yes, I say just that as I slam the blood and mud-stained paper bills I stole from the usual man onto the counter. Why do I get the feeling you're using blood money to spill more blood? Aduh, lucu banget plotnya. Do you hate that sort of things? No, that's not a big sigh, but it doesn't feel like a sigh of disgust at all. I love it. I'll take all your bullets too. Woohoo! I carry all the guns my money could buy as I ran to her old lady Margaret's house. I feel so alive. I think to myself as I run. Something like this has happened once before, long ago, or was it more recently? In the end, I guess I've got no way to free her without resorting to violence. Some people force their will upon reality against the desire of others using power, pain, and despair. If I came across someone like that, I'll probably despise them. I'll hate their gods. But I feel like I've been enduring something like that this whole time, and I hate it. I guess I'm worthless after all. Yuri herself chose to stay in a place like that. So, shouldn't that be good enough for me? I noticed that I've stopped running. How long have I been standing still? I spent several seconds cursing myself for not even knowing what exactly it is I want to do. I know full well that what I'm doing isn't right. I mirrored those words before dashing off once again. And that's why I have to do it. What the fuck? I don't slow down. In fact, I speed up. And here, speed up. But my feet feel incredibly heavy. The curtains are drawn on the other side of the window. They probably serve to protect the inside from the cold. They also prevent me from seeing what's going on inside. But regardless, this is the optimal point of entry for a home invasion. That's the conclusion I've come to after scoping the house out for a while. This is probably the living room window. If you're right, then this is where Margaret watched TV all day. I shot and shoot the glass window. Okay, I gotta finish things up in a second or less. Cherimoya. I break through the cracked glass and jump inside. The air's humid and contaminated by the stench of human waste and clay. As soon as the full odor hits my nose, I'm already yelling at my next line. Get down! When I pull the trigger, all I experience is a loud sound and the force of recoil. Huh? What? But what anyone on the opposite... Malah si ini. Yui! Oh, come on. When I see Yoro fall down with holes blown in her guts, the first thing I feel is rage. The frustration that things didn't go as we had planned in advance. As if one boy simply didn't sing at their core competition. Though I guess I didn't sing either. Why should I even sing out loud in front of other people? What's even the point of choir competition? I don't get it. No. Oh my god, kena burst. Nah, tadi kamu nggak lihat Lan. Kita nyolong duit ini Lan. Duit church Lan. Duit persembahan buat beli senjata anjir. To find my frustration, I kick over a table, sending a lump of clay into the air. When it smacks Yoro in the face, he goes back and stops moving completely. She sounds so goofy, it makes me laugh a little. If only Yoro were still around to hear herself, I'm sure she would be laughing with me. Things go silent for a while. And then my own sense barely able to pickle. Okay, flushing toilet actually. You, what did you break this time? You thought I wouldn't notice, didn't you? Don't take me for a fool. The door to what seems to be stairwell opens up and out comes Margaret. Money well spent. You! I fire at her feet. The elderly woman screamed and pitiful fall flat on her face. I don't even want to think about where the bullets landed, or if they pierced all the way through. Run away, don't just space out. She's actually showing concern for Yuri, urging her to run. I guess she can't see your corpse from where she's fallen. You treated her so roughly, now you care? You don't understand, I was raising her with love. She either lied to me or she's lying to herself, like senile, elderly woman she is. Either way, I ignore her. Everyone has their own definition of love, which is why conflict and misfortune happen. That's what I think, anyway. She was such a kind, gentle, good girl, always by my side. The first kid I ever wanted to succeed me. I'm sure she couldn't inherit what my generation accomplished. And she could inherit. By sharing my hardship, she can become just like me. After saying that, the elderly woman bent backward as far as she can to lift her upper body and lets out an anguished groan, as if she's trying to get her voice heard by someone, but she can't bend backward for long. I guess the pain of being shot is far too much for her to bear. How dare you speak of love when you've never even considered how she feels? I looked down upon the woman both literally, figuratively as she groaned in pain. I guess I'm getting emotional because of the extraness. Thought that if anyone else were to see my attempt at rescuing Yoru, they'll have a hard time understanding where I'm coming from. Do you think that girl had any choice but to accept my love? The elderly woman creeps on the floor as she speaks. That girl only has me, and I only have that girl. The meaning of those words catch me off guard a bit, and probably not in a good way. Yali anjir. 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 Animasi tiba-tiba ngangkat tangan pakai pistolnya itu loh. Bejirnya guess like. The elderly woman pulls a gun out of her pocket. Shock runs through my body, and as I fall backward, I half-consciously pull the trigger on my rifle. Every sound seems delayed as it reaches my ears, though perhaps my senses are just oddly sensitive. Around the same time as my shoulder hit the carpet, the elderly woman lets out a groan. I guess I actually hit her with that shot in the dark. I feel something soft underneath my hat. At first I think it's poop. Maybe it's just a clay. Or maybe it's really is poop. Gross. There are several things I want to make sure of right now, but it doesn't look like I can. But that's because I'm quickly losing consciousness. I'm close to death even. The elderly woman got some skills, huh? I guess every woman in this town is tough. Every last one of you takes me for a fool, but you know what? I've got a mind of my own. I take proper care of my pets. I even pay my taxes. I hear her shrill voice ranting and wheezing. I bet before long she's gonna die of blood loss herself. But my death gonna be overwhelmingly quicker than hers. The voice from above must be heard. You think it can be a big shot who can divide the missile's voice from above? Don't take me for a fool. You're a fool, you damn criminal. If I experience every sort of death I can imagine, will that allow me to escape from this place? That strange thought comes to mind. As soon as I think, yeah, no thanks, my consciousness fades away. You see, I've been vaguely awake for a little while, but my consciousness only starts to clearly form when I hear voices talking from far away. Voices, I know these voices. I realize that the voices belong to the scavengers, and that realization serves as a spark or an electromotive force, or something that sets my thought into motion. Oh, you're awake. When I get up reflexively but slowly, you're there. If I tell you to get down, okay? That's why you ended up getting hit. I grumble a complaint. Oh, that's why you meant by get down. What else could I have meant? Neneknya boleh juga ya? Langsung modar cowok nih bocah. What else could I have meant? Hahaha. Waduh, yang lain ya. You suddenly pierced into my eyes, as if she had realized something important. What is that? I guess I'm not a good listener, huh? I let out a dry laugh, but not in a bad way or anything. I see. Well, the first step to solving a problem is to acknowledge that there's a problem. Oh, you sound just like a counselor, Sayoko. Sorry, kebenjut. Thanks to Yora, I'm able to let out a proper laugh this time. She laughed too. Honestly, I think we are acting a little light-hearted for people whose heart just stopped. The scavenger wave and call out to us when they notice our voices. They seem a little spooked at first. Yora smoothly tells them we were just on a walk. She's an amazing talker. Just a terrible listener. I interrupt before any idle chatter can start again. Can you give us a ride back home when you're finished with work? Sayoko. Yuri tries to interrupt, but I keep going. And by home, I mean our home. Yuri looks at me like she can't believe what I just said. A look of surprise mixed with joy. I feel a sense of desire. Desire for what? Exactly. Material wealth? Food? Attention? Maybe something else. I do feel a little proud of myself too, of course. Yeah, I don't mind, but the leader seems a little hesitant to continue. I really ought to learn their names already. You'll help us finish that word, right? Of course. Yes, of course, we'll help. The other two cheers behind their ladder. I feel like cheering with them, but it's a little embarrassing, so I cheer silently. With work safely squared away, we sit in the back of the truck as it sways to and fro. I feel pleasantly tired, so I start to doze off. Say, Sayoko, do you think Anya still has that lemonade stand? Since she interrupted my nap, I answered a little rudely. I guess. Let's use that to start a business. Selling lemonade? Of course not, silly. Perhaps that's your imaginary little sister. Resting her finger at a patient is Yuri wearing a white coat. Okay, next. There's a long line. Please pay here. I'm on the patient. Thank you, I feel so refreshed. He dropped some coins into the palm of my hand. It's about enough to buy 2 cups of coffee. By the time I put the money in the register, the next patient exam has already begun. Whenever I wake up, I hear a man crying inside a car parked outside. Every single day, it's driving me mad. That's his imaginary man. I say. Okay, next. Anjir, cuman gitu doang kerjanya. Please pay here. Payment is a flat sum. It's not expensive or anything, but considering the length of the line and the speedy service, it clearly adds up quickly, and it didn't even cost anything to start up. Despite the dirt cheap prices, not a single patient has doubted the other authenticity of the medical exam. I suppose not many are brave enough to raise a complaint in the presence of ninja who single-handed subjugated the whole church. Oh, how are things going, Miss Bodyguard? Sifisa. Who knew there would be a demand for such a service? It seems even I've been blindsided by your entrepreneurship. Well done. It was your idea. There's no point in selling something as low demand as lemonade. You have to sell something more essential. That was your basic idea. The town goes are all alone. It's like they've got nobody to turn to for counseling. So you think you can make money off that? Will anyone pay? I do, and they will. That's the feeling I got as I interacted with that old lady. I summarized that conversation to pacifista. But Sayoko, when listening to everyone concert, make for a stressful job for her. Nope, there's no need to worry about that. Oh, that's cut and right answer. I guess I can appreciate her tenacity, at least. No, it's not that he's tenacious or anything. I smell somewhat meanly. It's that she doesn't listen to other in the first place. Oh, habis episode 3 ini. Damn, bagus. Aku suka banget yang episode 3 ini. Fun banget episode 3 kali ini. Akhirnya seorang yang emotionless ini jadi punya emotion ya. Dan akhirnya bisa jujur dengan dirinya sendiri gitu. Dia kesepian gitu. Bagus. Malah yang paling suka ini sih aku episode 3 ini. So far paling bagus. Mungkin karena tengah ya. Biasa tengah itu yang lebih bagus. Tengah itu paling menentukan biasa kalau menurutku di anime atau film. Karena biasa ada yang tengahnya boring, udah berarti udah filmnya jelek gitu. That kid and I talk about various things as we paddle our bikes. Ini kayak ininya ya, tiap abis episode ada ngomongin tentang dia naik sepeda gitu. We have to shy in order to hear ourselves over the clamorous car and the screeching cicadas. We talk about minor scandals with classmates, popular celebrities, clothes she wants, and things like that. Topics that don't really feel relevant to me. It's like we live in two different worlds, huh? She's popular even with the boys. During break times, she talks so loudly with friends. It's almost like it's a competition or something. Well, nobody ever step up to anyone in her group. Her voice in particular is especially influential. It's almost like any kid who opposes her gets immediately crushed by her followers. At school, she's like a mafia boss straight out of a movie. I don't like her, and not just because of how cute she looks, and yet she invited me to go to the movies with her. But she's the same kid I've been with ever since kindergarten. The same kid who was so happy we were put into the same class when we moved up to the elementary school. We used to get along since we were so alike, but before I knew it, our speech pattern and our social standing in class completely differs. One day, when we were on cleaning duty together, we just so happened to get thirsty at the same time and went back to the classroom for bottled water. That's when she invited me to go to the movies with her. Just you and me, I asked. She nodded. And that's why I'm riding my bike right now. I somehow managed to keep up with her in my cute new sundress and sandals. I'm not as refined as that kid, but I'm passable, I would say. I know, it sounds fun. It sounds like I'm not enjoying myself at all, but I really am. It's too hot outside. My favorite season is winter, which is on the exact opposite side of the calendar. But right now, I feel like there are good things to be enjoyed, even in the middle of summer. The signal turns red at the last second, so I slam on the brakes. It's probably the last time the two of us can hang out. I'm sad, but I suppose it's only natural since we've grown to be different from each other. A big truck passes in front of us, spraying its smelly exhaust fumes. Normally, I will grimace at the smell, but today I'll just deal with it. I don't want to bother her, so I won't draw this in my picture diary. I'll keep this a secret until the day I die. No, even longer than that. I wonder if that kid thinks that this will be our last time together too. Maybe that's why I feel like I have to enjoy myself. You see? As I stare at the signal, waiting for it to turn green, she speaks up somewhat quietly. Yes, my voice is quiet to begin with, so I don't know if she heard. It looks like I'm going to the movies with Hasegawa next week. It's amazing. It's not really that amazing, she blushes. Hasegawa, he's an athlete and a sort of leader among the boys. I think he's the right fit for going to the movies with her. So is today like a practice run for that date? She opened her big eyes even wider. She probably wasn't expecting me to say that. He then let out a spontaneous giggle. Maybe I said something I shouldn't have. If I had said it in the classroom, my school life would be in jeopardy starting in the next day. But she smiled as if to tell me there's no need to worry about anything like that right now. I don't know, I say. The signal turns green. I start pedaling. I hope it goes well for you. I give her some lazy word of encouragement. You really think so? Not really. You know, you've always had a habit saying things you don't really mean. Ha ha ha. This is probably the last time we'll hang out together. Nothing will change that fact. But I already think, so what? Hah? Tapi kenapa selalu dia bilang ini our last time? Why? Oh, hello, father. I can't remember the last time you were the one who called me. How can I help you? We need to talk business. What? Do you have a complaint about my business this late in the game? No, I want you to deal with that ninja. No? I thought you would have given up by now. That's none of your business. Well, I suppose your men are useless after all. Indeed, that's why I need your help. Well, yes, it will indeed be child's play for me, that is. I have just about everything I need ready. Since I've allowed you to do whatever you please up until now, I assume you'll agree to my request without a moment of hesitation. Very well, but in return, no, I know. Itu kok mirip teman yang satunya lagi? Atau itu si Loli? Kita nge-unlock episode 4. The day I was lonely together with her. Wah, ini kita lanjut besok aja ya. Berarti tinggal 2 episode lagi kita. Seru banget sih story-nya. Fun. Dan aku suka banget gambarnya. Damn bro. Seru. Seru banget. Apakah ini tanda-tanda ya suka glow up? Glow up. Ini masih ada yang masih aku bingungin, ini kenapa dia bilang last day terus tadi yang di itu. Kenapa dia berpikiran itu last day gitu? Why? Kenapa dia berpikiran itu last day? Biasanya bang cliffhanger. Apa iya? Bisa siapa aja di sini? Biasa ada ANS, ada pau-pau jam ini.
Nice one.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Ya wes lah, kita bakalan sampai sini ya. Sepertinya kita bakal sebut nama. Ada Erlen Tiaga sang pemabuk. Ada Bumi, ada Kevin, ada Dongo, ada Aldo, and ada Om Aldo, ada Om Kepler, ada Om Nara. Lah, ada Sen Papi. Terus tadi ada siapa lagi? Gak tahu sih. Scroll udah gak ada lagi. Oh, ada Nepo. Terus juga ada, mungkin ada ANS, ada Papa yang nonton tapi nggak live chat. Terus juga mungkin ada yang lain. Saya thank you banget yang udah mampir dan juga menonton kali ini. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye. Oh ya, tadi juga ada Lord ya.